disciple once asked Lao Tzu, "What is the best way to stop thoughts? How can the mind be stopped?" Lao Tzu replied, "The best way is to be still." And what did he mean by being still? He meant, do not desire. The best way is to be still is the Taoist way of saying, do not desire. Because thoughts are nothing but servants of desire. Thoughts never stop on their own. They stop only when the desiring mind disappears. That is why even the desire to know God, even the desire to reach God, is a barrier. Remain still, simply without desire, as if nothing needs to be done, as if nothing is going to happen. Drop all hope, because hope is nothing but desire with a beautiful name. Desire sounds harsh, exposed, naked. Hope is desire dressed elegantly. Remain without hope. There is no future. So drop all ambition. Only this moment exists. So why run from here to there? It makes no sense. It is neurotic. It is madness. Just relax into this moment. Live totally in the eternal present. Simply be. But you are constantly restless. You are never still. Even when you sit like a statue, you are restless. Your mind keeps moving from one place to another, from one desire to the next. You are pulled. You are pushed. When there is no desire, not even the desire to attain the supreme, then you are still. When all desires are dropped, suddenly you are still. There is nowhere to go, nowhere to move. No wind is blowing. Desire is the wind that keeps blowing inside you. It keeps your inner flame trembling. That is why you are never still. Not even while you sleep. Not even while listening to this audio. Not even while sitting silently in meditation. People say, when I meditate, thoughts continue. They do not stop. In fact, they seem to come even more. When you are busy in your ordinary daily life, they do not come so strongly. You are occupied, absorbed. But when you sit and do nothing, all your energy moves toward thought. Then a storm arises within you. Thought after thought after thought. Sometimes thoughts so strange you cannot even imagine where they came from. Memories from the past. Something that happened 30 years ago suddenly appears. Or thoughts about the future. Your wife may not even be pregnant. And you are already thinking, when the child is born, which school should we send him to? Impossible things. Endless scenarios. And you know they are nonsense. Many times you recognize them and try to drop them. But you feel powerless. Thoughts cannot be stopped directly. Let this be understood very deeply. Let it settle in your being. You want to stop thoughts directly. That is foolish. Your wife is not even pregnant. And you are thinking of the child grown up, going to university. Should I send him to Cambridge? Or Oxford? And you feel anxious about it. Suddenly you realize, what nonsense! But then why does it arise? It is not about the thought itself. You have a desire. You have an ambition. Many things in your life remained unfulfilled. You want to fulfill them through your child. The child becomes the extension of your ambition. You wanted to go to Oxford. You could not. So you want to go through your sun. That is why the thought appears. Nothing appears without a cause. Nothing in the mind is accidental. If something arises, it means there is something behind it. You cannot simply call it stupidity and move on. 30 years ago someone insulted you, and you have still not let it go. The wound still hurts. You sit in silence, and the wound surfaces. When you are busy with 1,000 distractions, you forget. But when you are not busy, the wound opens again. It sends you a message. Do something about me. I am not healed yet. How many times has that wound surfaced? How many times have you decided to take revenge? And the pain returns again and again. Because the desire for revenge is still alive. This is not about thought. It is about desire. Analyze your thoughts carefully. You will always discover that they are servants. And somewhere hidden behind them stands the master. Desire. Protected by its servants. Kill the master, and the servants disappear. Keep killing the servants, and nothing changes. The master will simply bring new ones. You will go on fighting thoughts forever, and they will continue coming. Now understand the difference between Tao and yoga. If you go to a yoga teacher, he will tell you how to be still. He will tell you which posture helps, how to breathe, what rhythm creates calm, whether to close your eyes completely, or to gaze softly at the tip of your nose. He will give you instructions. He will give you a method, a map. The Taoists have no map. They say, if you practice a certain posture, if you look at your nose, if you breathe in a certain way, you may create a kind of stillness, but it will not be real. It will be cultivated, practiced, manufactured, false. True stillness comes from understanding, from seeing clearly that desire brings no benefit to your life. Try to understand this. In Tao there are no exercises. No posture is prescribed. No discipline is imposed. No moral code is handed to you. No one tells you what to eat, or when to sleep, or when to wake up. Nothing is dictated, because all these things can create a false experience of stillness. They can force it, and this must be understood. When you sit in a certain posture, you can help the mind become slightly more quiet. If the body is completely still, the mind becomes a little still too, because mind and body are not two. The division is not clear-cut. You are not body and mind. You are body-mind. One movement, one energy. The and is misleading. The mind is your deeper body. The body is your outer mind. So when the body is still, a vibration of stillness naturally reaches inward. It creates a physical base, and you feel something like quiet. But look at it another way. When you are angry, what do? You clench your teeth. You tighten your fists. Why? Can you not simply be angry without clenching your teeth, without tightening your fists? Try it someday. Be angry, but keep your body relaxed. Do not tighten anything. Stay physically loose, and try to remain angry. You will find it almost impossible. How can you sustain anger without the help of the body? Now try the opposite. Without any anger at all. Clench your fists. Tighten your jaw. Make the physical gesture of anger. And suddenly, a form of anger begins to arise within you. You can create the emotion just by producing the symptoms. That is what actors do. An actor may not feel angry, but the role demands it. So he creates the bodily expression, and the mind follows. He may not feel happy, but if he expresses happiness physically, a certain kind of happiness arises. Body and mind move together. The Taoists say, understand this deeply. Otherwise you will create false stillness. The stillness created through posture is not real stillness. It is a trick. Tao has a totally different approach. It does not teach cultivation. It teaches understanding.